Alrighty guys, before we get into this video, make sure to smash that thumbs up button. It would mean more to me than you know. Also guys, question of the day before we get into this epic video. I want to know what your guys' favorite riding shoes are. I know that's a weird one, but I know a lot of people have different riding shoes and I want to know exactly what your favorite riding shoes are, so comment down below. Also guys, make sure to share this video with your friends. Make sure you share this video with someone that might need to see it, someone that you think it might help progress. Remember, helping others is the best, so share this video with someone that might need to see it, alright? Enjoy this video and let's roll the intro. Right, Fusion Pro Scooters Pro Team, and in celebration. Get set! Alrighty guys, welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. I hope you guys are all doing well. I've got a very awesome video for you today. Something that I've wanted to make for a very long time. Now, I hope you guys can sit through this whole thing because I'm going to be putting a lot of effort into it and it's going to be a different kind of video and it's a video to help you. So please sit through it, smash the thumbs up button. What I'm going to be doing in this video is I'm going to be doing the top tips on how to progress fast. Now, these aren't going to be generic tips. Now, they're not going to be like, you wouldn't have heard these tips before, most of them. Some of them you would have, but most of them no. These are coming from my personal experience, and yeah. Let me explain a little bit about why I think that I'm qualified to do the actual top 10 tips on how to progress fast. I came back into riding about 2 years ago. As some of you would know, I used to be a pro rider. I come back into the scene. Within a year's time of me being back in the scene, I got invited to Nitro World Games and competed on the mega ramp. That was one of the feats that I accomplished on my way back up. I also grew a successful social media and now am growing a successful YouTube channel as well as just progressing on my riding epically every single day, surrounding myself with the right people and getting stuff done. Now, if you don't believe me or you don't know who I am, you can go check the credibility of what I've just said through my Instagram page, my YouTube channel with over 160 videos on it. I've got a lot of stuff and a lot of credentials on why I'm going to be making a video like this today. Now, the way we're going to be formatting this video is so you guys don't get bored of this muffin right here. You don't get bored of my face. I'm going to roll some GoPro footage over the top of each tip just so you guys have something to watch while you listen along, because it could be a good one. And I really truly believe that I have some really informative content for you guys in this video. A lot of you guys have asked me for a video like this, and I've always wanted to do a video like this, and I've put a lot of thought into it. This is just part 1. There's going to be part 2 as well, maybe even part 3, because there's so much stuff going on in my mind about this. Enough rambling guys, let's get into my top tips on how to progress fast. Bing! Hey guys, we're going to be rolling straight into number 1. Enjoy the GoPro clips that I put on the screen with a little bit of music in the background while I talk to you about number 1 top tip on how to progress fast. Let's do it. So tip number 1 on how to progress fast is get keen as hell. Now, I know people are going to be like, what do you mean, dude? Like, what do you actually mean by that? I mean, get keen as hell. Like, if you guys know me and you guys know my personality, you know that I'm always keen as hell. Now, I'm like, what do I mean by exactly get keen as hell? I want you to get motivated. I want you to want to ride. I want you to want to accomplish your goals. That's the biggest part about this tip number 1 is you have to be keen. If you don't want it, you're not going to be able to be successful. You're not going to be able to progress. You're not going to be able to be and get to where you want to get. Tip number 1, guys, get keen as hell. Now, there's a few ways that you guys can get keen as hell. Just by getting out there, riding, finding idols, finding mentors, finding YouTubers, finding people in the industry that motivate you guys. Like, I like to think of myself as one of those type of people. If you guys use me as motivation, that's excellent. But whatever you can do to get keen as hell. But it's also important not to just use external motivation. So what do I mean by external motivation? I mean like outside things like YouTubers and stuff. You need to also have a bit of internal fire. Now, way to get that internal fire, and what I've mastered over the last 2 years on how to get that internal fire to stay motivated and get keen as hell to ride, is by progressing a little bit at a time. Now, after all these tips in the video, you can go out and do them all, and you will find that once you start progressing a little bit, that fire is going to get lit up inside of you, and you're going to be keen as hell. You're going to be keen like I am every single day to get it done. All right, so that's tip number one. Get keen as hell. Write it down. You write it down like that. Get keen as hell. Tip number one. Alrighty guys, tip number two. This one is a massive tip. This one is just so huge and something that a lot of people probably haven't spoken about in the scootering industry. And I think this one's a very, very, very important tip. If not one of the most important. They're all important, guys. There's some of these tips on here are crazy. But tip number two is embrace your fear and understand it. All right, now what do I mean by that? Now I know and you know that sometimes things in life scare you, especially to do with scootering. Like obviously these tips apply outside of scootering and inside of scootering, but we will keep it inside of scootering for now. So what do I mean by embrace your fear? You know that feeling you're gonna get when you try something new, or where you're just unsure, you know, like that stomach feeling, that queasy feeling. You need to embrace your fear. You need to understand your fear. Now, how do you embrace your fear? You tackle it head on, guys. Whenever you're feeling uneasy, you need to tackle your fear. You need to understand why you're scared. You need to go through it in your head. This is what I do before all of my big tricks, some of which you might even see on the screen in this video. I embraced my fear. I spoke to myself. I understood my fear. Now, I know that sounds really, really weird, but if you don't come to terms with your fear and don't understand your fear, you know what happens? Your fear takes over and it takes control. And once fear has you by the little tail, you ain't getting nowhere, and you're not gonna progress as fast as you would like to, if you even progress at all. Do not let fear beat you. You need to embrace your fear and you need to overcome it. Tip number two, embrace your fear and understand it. Do whatever you can. If you want me to elaborate more in another video, I can go into a full video on fear and how to overcome it 100%. But tip number two is embrace it, learn about your fear, understand it, talk through it, get through it, overcome it, and bam, you'll progress faster than ever. Hey guys, tip number three. Now, tip number three is, it's kind of a controversial one maybe for some of you guys out there, and I know some of you guys out there might not want to hear this, okay, but this one is something that you never see me do or anything like that. So number three is, don't get upset with yourself or get upset with others when things don't go your way. Now, obviously that sounds like I'm not really talking about scooters, but I am. Guys, when you're out there trying to progress and things aren't going your way and you're not landing the tricks and you're not, you know, it's just not working out, you're having a bad day, right? The worst possible thing you can do to progress, and I speak wholeheartedly right now, is to get upset with yourself or get upset with others. You do not ever want to get mad or angry when you can't land a trick, okay? Now, I know this is going to sound really weird because you see majority of scooter riders in this day and age piffing their scooter, smashing it on the ground, swearing, getting angry. Do you think that sort of anger helps you progress? No, it gets you stressed out. You know what one of the biggest tips is? And I'll throw it in there. This is just a bonus tip on top of this one. It's not anger, it's focus. It is 100% pure focus, guys, and you cannot focus if you are angry. You can't focus 100% if you are angry, piffing your scooter, swearing, getting angry at others in the skate park. You just can't do it. Ease up, relax, focus, go at it again, or give it a break. Guys, if you are trying a trick for too long, give it a break. It's okay to fail. It is okay to fail. I'm telling you this, I've failed many times. There is no harm in failing. Failing is good because you come out the next day and then you succeed, okay? You will never succeed if you can't fail. And if you can't learn to take an L, man, you ain't gonna progress as fast as you want to. Honestly, guys, tip number three, don't get upset with yourself. Don't get upset with others. Calm down, relax, focus. Go at your goals, focus 100%. That's how you progress, that's what you need to do. Tip number four, typical tip, but I'm gonna go a little bit in depth with it, all right? Right, tip number four, guys, is rest up. Like, get your damn rest. Now, this is a mistake that I've made personally in the past, guys. I haven't rested up enough. I just went out and wanted to hammer and hammer. You know why? Because I got too damn keen. I got too damn hyped, and I just wanted to go and go and go and go. But you know what happens when that happens, guys? You get sick, you break down. Take it from me. Don't do what I did. Don't make the same mistake that I made. Make sure you rest up. Now, I can go into a little bit of an elaboration on how to do your rest days and stuff when it comes to riding. A good one that Maddie C and I use is 1 day on, 1 day off to let your body recover. Another one that I used to use when I worked full time was I'll do 3 days on, 4 days off, or 4 days on, 3 days off. So I'd go hard as hell, waste every bit of juice I had in the tank, and then rest for 3 days straight, let the body recover, stretch it out, bam, go hard again, and every single session I went hard, okay? But it's very, very important, guys, for you to rest up. Now, if you only get to ride an hour a day, that's okay. So if you're in school and you only get to ride an hour a day, you can ride an hour every single day. That's just like typical exercise. What I would do is I would structure your riding in a certain way that you're not doing the same thing repetitive over and over again. Maybe get some structure to your training where, yeah, you're just not repeating the same tricks as you were the day before. You take a rest off that trick, if that makes sense. So tip number 4, guys, rest up. Don't do what I did. Make sure you get plenty of rest, guys, all right? All right, tip number 5. This one I love the most, and this tip I think I learnt this tip mostly the first time I did a cork 1080 over the megaranch's mega ramp. Okay, so if you guys know that mega ramp, it's about 50 foot long. The jump that I jumped was about 50 foot long. It is huge. It was like, you know, it's crazy. I did a 720 backflip over it, and it was just insane. So tip number 5 is do the thing that scares you the most within reason and step outside of your comfort zone. Now I'm gonna give you a little example of how to do this and how I did this once. Like I said, I was at the Mega Ranch and I was filming for my Welcome to Fusion post. And for my Welcome to Fusion post, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna 720 backflip this ramp. And man, fear got me by the tail. And I just had to, I remember I was standing up on top of the rail, and I was freaking out. I was hyperventilating. I'm like, I can't do this, you know. Oh man, the fear I had was just unbelievable. But I spoke to myself and I was like, I have to do the thing that scares me the most in order to progress. I had to talk myself into it. I was like, you know what, I know I can do this. I've done this trick a million times. Just because I haven't done it over this ramp doesn't mean I can't do it. I can do this. And I went at it 100%, and within 3 shots, guys, I got it. I literally did the thing that scared me the most in the moment, even when every inch of my body was telling me not to. I went at it, I went hard at it, and I got it, and I achieved it. I was successful, and it was within reason. Now, I'm not saying do the thing that scares you the most, like with no reason behind it. I knew that I could do this deep down. I was just afraid. It comes back to the fear thing, you know. Don't let the fear grab you by the tail. I was letting it. I had to talk to myself, man. I wish I had footage to show you guys of what the way that felt, and just could describe that to you, but this is the best I got. So guys, tackle your fears head on. Do the thing that scares you the most, within reason, of course, like I said, and step outside of your comfort zone. If you're feeling uncomfortable, that is a good thing. It's really good, because that means you're progressing, and you're progressing fast. The more you're feeling uncomfortable, the better off you are as a rider, trust me. Alrighty guys, tip number 6. This one's a very simple tip, and this will help you guys a lot, is film yourself. Go outside and film yourself. At the skate park, bring your camera, film your tricks, because a lot of you guys I know ride by yourself, and when I'm riding by myself, I take my GoPro, I film everything. You're gonna see a lot of GoPro footage. You're probably watching it right now, but a lot of it's just self-filmed stuff. When I was just going out to the skate park practicing, I was filming my tricks, dude. It motivated the hell out of me. It kept me keen as hell. Back to tip number 1. It always kept me keen, and it helped me progress faster. I could watch over my clips. I could really, really watch over everything and make sure I was doing everything right. And that's it. Film yourself. Tip number 6, guys. Take your camera, film yourself. Alrighty, guys. Tip number 7. Now, this one will help you more than you know, and it's kind of a controversial one as well in a way. A lot of people might not want to hear this one as well, but it is tip number 7. Only ride with people that want to push their limits. Separate yourself from negative people and people who do not want to progress. Guys, I cannot stress how important it is to separate yourself from people that do not want to progress or are not on your level. Now, I'm not talking about skill. Like, skills are relevant in this. I'm talking about mentality and the way that they think. I'm talking about like negative people versus positive people here. Like, I'll give you an example. Maddie and I go out on the daily. Not right now, obviously we're in lockdown, but we used to go out on the daily and we would feed off each other. You know, we got very, very similar personalities. We're also best mates, and I would push Maddie to his absolute limits, and he would do the same to me with constant support. There wasn't a day that went by where Maddie was demotivated or tried to demotivate me in any single way. He was always there for me, just like I was always there for him. Make sure you're finding people to ride with that are on your level, that want to do what you want to do. Find people that have aspiring goals, and you can join together. 2 brains is better than 1. Guys, ditch the people that suck and go with the people that are awesome. And I'm sorry to say it so bluntly, but seriously, Put the trash in the trash can, get rid of them, and get next to people that want to progress, and I promise you'll progress faster than you ever thought possible. Tip number 8. Tip number 8, I'm going straight at you guys with this one. Like, honestly, tip number 8 is actually practice and have a goal in mind. Don't just go to the skate park and wing it. Have a plan and execute the plan. Like, seriously, don't just go down the skate park, piss ass around, and think that you're gonna progress, guys, because you're not. Have a goal in mind. Write it down. What trick do you want to do? How long is this trick gonna take you to get? What is your goal? Execute, 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 and just plan. Plan, guys. Have a plan in mind. Maddie and I never go and ride at the skate park without a plan, dude. We always know exactly what we're doing, what we're going there for, and trust me, it does not take the fun out of it. A lot of people say, oh, but then that's not fun. Yes, it is. The only way to have fun, in my personal opinion, is to progress. Name one time, guys, that you have been having fun at a skate park when you're not actually progressing or not actually doing anything. As a serious rider, I mean, like if you're just going out down there to hang out with your mates, that's a different story. But if you're out there trying to progress, the best way to have fun, guys, is to move forward. That's what fun is. Fun is progression. Progression is fun. Those two are intertwined. So the more you progress, the faster you progress, the more you follow these steps, the more fun you're gonna have, and the better you're gonna progress. Does that make sense? So you just want to have a goal in mind and make sure you know exactly what you're doing. And if it doesn't go to plan, have another plan for a backup plan for that one. Always have a plan, execute, and nail it, guys. Trust me, that'll help you guys so much. Tip number 9. This one's like a bit of a sentimental tip, but I really want to put it out there because it just goes with my mentality a lot, is trust yourself and be honest with yourself at all times, especially when it comes to riding. You need to trust yourself. I can't express how many times I haven't trusted myself or trusted my abilities, but when I've truly stepped into progression mode, I understand that I have to trust who I am, I have to trust my character, I have to trust my personality. Among all else, I have to trust my abilities. Trust yourself, guys. Believe in yourself. And I know that sounds so cliche, but it's so true. Make sure you're believing in yourself, guys, 100%. Like, you have to believe that you can do something to get it done. Trust yourself at all times, guys. Seriously, like, it's gonna take a while to develop these habits, okay? But it all starts with you. The ball drops with you. You need to believe in yourself. You need to, if you're at level 1 and you wanna get to level 10, you have to believe that you can get to level 10. You know what I mean? So just believe in the process, believe in yourself, and just stay motivated, stay keen as hell. Tip number 10, I really think I'll finish off with this tip for part 1, guys. Honestly, tip number 10, stop worrying about how far along others are in their journey. Focus on your goals and become the best possible you. I can't stress how many times I've heard kids come up to me and say, oh, but I'm not good enough, or that guy's better than me, or who cares? Guys, this is about your journey and about you, and trust me on this. When you throw all else in the bin except for what you're doing, trust me, just go out and do you. Don't worry about what the person next to you is doing. Don't worry about how far ahead they are. You're not going to progress that way. Trust me. Like, I'll give you a prime example. Maddie is a 10 times better rider than me. He's a phenomenal rider, guys. He's unbelievable on a scooter. Like, he makes me look like a little ant, but I'm not worried about what he's doing. Like, I love him to death, but I'm not worried about what he's doing. I'm worried about what I'm doing. And I'm with him every step of the way, like I said before, and we're worrying about what we're doing. You know, it doesn't matter how good he gets. How good he gets isn't going to affect me. So I just have to worry about how good I'm getting and my rate of progression and doing everything in my power to achieve my goals. Don't ever let anyone else get in your way. Don't let other people pop into your head. Don't let other people put you down. You do what you have to do to progress and kick goals, guys. Honestly, just seriously, don't worry about what other people are doing, guys. Focus on your goals, and that's how you become the best possible you, and that's how you progress faster than anyone else. Like, seriously, this is how you progress. You worry about yourself, and it sounds so selfish. Help others along the way, of course. I help others every single day. I have a YouTube channel to help others. That's why I'm doing this video. But ultimately, worry about what you're doing. Don't worry about what Joe Blogs is doing over there. Do you, enjoy what you're doing, get keen as hell, and just love it. Alright, just love the process. Hey guys, quick recap before we end off this video. Tip number 1, get keen as hell. Tip number 2, embrace your fear and understand it. Tip number 3, don't get upset with yourself and don't get upset with others. Tip number 4, rest up, guys. Get your rest. Tip number 5, do the thing that scares you the most within reason and step outside of your comfort zone. Tip number 6, film yourself doing tricks. Take your camera to the skate park, film yourself, it'll help you more than you know. Tip number 7, only ride with people that are as motivated as you, and get rid of the trash, get rid of the negativity in your life and move on, and that's how you progress fast as hell. Tip number 8 is actually practice. Have a goal in mind. Don't go to the skate park, piss assing around, have a goal, execute, get it done. Make a plan, execute, get it done. Tip number 9, trust yourself and be honest with yourself at all times, or be as honest with yourself as possible. And finally, tip number 10, stop worrying about what everyone else is doing. Worry about you, focus on you, progress as fast as you can. Don't worry about what the person next to you is doing. Believe in yourself, trust yourself, and do that, and just fully progress, be the best you possible, okay? Alrighty guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you really enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed all the clips along the way as well. I really enjoyed making this video. I really hope that it helps you. If it does help you guys, make sure to share this video around. Share it with a friend that might need to hear this stuff. You know, it would help a lot if you share my channel as well. Make sure you've liked the video, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.